Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is great to be with you again here on this multi-streaming platform that we are setting up. I'm going to actually move my TikTok camera here and put it right there and see if that works a little bit better because I feel like I'm looking around too much with my TikTok now on my phone sitting on a tripod. It was a little bit weird, but now I've got things I think a little bit more conducive to what I want to go do. So we are live this morning. Oh, the noise. You're right, Jackie. You're right. I forgot. I can't have my phone there. All right. All right. All right. I won't be defeated. I will not be had like that. This is still a work in progress, y'all. I'm still working on my system. I guess I'm gonna have to still do a little bit of the looky loo back and forth, but what can I do? It's what I got right now. I'm working on it. I'm smoothing everything out, friends. I'm smoothing everything out. So good morning to you, whether you're tuning in on Twitter or TikTok, YouTube, Facebook in our group, activating um, your great I am. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rebecca John. Some of you know me super duper well. Some of you are just finding me. Regardless, it's great to connect with you on all of these platforms. Please subscribe wherever you're watching right now. Make sure that you have subscribed, that you're following me, that you are linked to us over at livinggodspromises.com, our landing page here on the www, so that you can connect with the Godly Woman, where we offer holistic healthcare services, coaching, classes, purpose coaching, spiritual mentorship, and of course, our nonprofit outreach arm, Heaven on Earth Ministries, where we really aim to help people end suffering from trauma, substances, abuse, and neglect. And we do that for little to nothing out of the pocket of our end user through our outreach nonprofit. And of course, donations make that world go round. So if you're someone who has and is blessed and able and led to give, thank you for doing that. livinggodspromises.com is where you can contribute to Heaven on Earth Ministries. And of course, Great I Am Radio. Great I Am Radio, which you can find right now at greatimradio.com, will be there soon enough. Integrated into livinggodspromises.com. You can find a link there now, but you are able to listen to our shows on demand as well as live every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Join me next week, July 11th, when I have a wisdom teacher, international mentor to over 80,000 people, Sophie McLean, author of her new book. And we're going to be talking about that new book. So more to come on that, July 11th, 2 p.m. So livinggodspromises.com is really a great portal to use to get in, see us, connect with me and the other practitioners. We've got a lot of growth happening in our community right now. Today, I would really like to focus our Wisdom Wednesday. Typically, I say, ask anything. And what I would like to say today is ask anything for the sake of moms. I'm dedicating this Wisdom Wednesday to mothers. The job of a mother is, it's cliche to say, that being a mother is a thankless job. It is a cliche, but it's also really true. It's really accurate. Thankless not because it isn't appreciated, but thankless because it isn't appreciated to be really appreciated. People thank their moms, people thank moms, but the true appreciation of understanding who and what a mother is, I think has kind of gotten lost in the world. And furthermore, we as mothers might not be helping our own plight. We might be operating in ways that make our journey a little more complicated, a little more challenging, a little more emotional, a little more trying, a little more taxing. And it's important that we're actively working to grow ourselves as women, individuals, as people, so that the impact that we're making in all of our roles, including the role of mother, is a positive one. So today we're giving out support to moms. If you are online on TikTok, please tap your screen, give us those likes. The more people are exposed to our programs and we're showing up on their FYPs. So if you're a moderator on TikTok, if you would drop an M down in the chat so that I can see who is around today. And I know there are several of you tuning in through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Please say hello, drop a comment in the chat. Make sure you say your name, though, if you are on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, because it's not always as merciful, and I don't know who it is that's doing the speaking. Oops. Over here on TikTok, I'm well advised, but over there on the others, I'm not so advised. I'm going to pop over here and like my own TikTok. Hello from Chisler. Hey, good to see you, Chisler, over there and activating your great I am. If you're over here on TikTok or YouTube and Twitter, please consider joining us in our group on Facebook called Activating Your Great I Am. If you go to livinggodspromises.com or on TikTok, click the link in my bio, you'll be able to join us over on Facebook. So, moms, today's dedicated to you. The next 30 to 40 minutes is for you to ask questions and get the support you need. How are you doing? Where are you winning? What would you like to share where you're winning to maybe help other moms? And where are you struggling where we as moms can support you? Stephanie Barufi says, hi, we are meeting this week. All right, Steph, looking forward to that. Thank you, Peace Prayers and Jackie Marie over on TikTok for moderating today. If y'all have questions, they're here to help you. What are the questions you have as moms? Where might you need support? What questions might you have that we can support you through? Roy on Facebook says, my mom was my hero, still is. Why is that, Roy? Tell us about your mom. What are the qualities that she possessed and possesses that have made her your hero and continue? I mean, once a man breaks 40, if his mom's still a hero, then I'm curious. I'm curious about what she's doing right. Brian and I have 6 kids, ages 11 to 30. A couple of them are married. 2 of them still live with us. My role as mom has shape-shifted over the years. Can you recommend a mommy and teen daughter study that is easy to understand but in-depth? Mrs. Thumb, are you talking about specifically a Bible study? Hey, Vicky, thanks, love. Over on TikTok, they're throwing gifts and hearts my way, asking about a Bible study. Off the top of my head, I don't have a mommy and teen daughter Bible study for you. I'm happy to look into one if you want to connect with me at Rebecca@livinggodspromises.com. Email me, and I will send an email back to you with a couple of recommendations. Listen, one of the things that I personally appreciate is reading the book of Proverbs. Proverbs is a book of wisdom. And something as simple as reading through, thanks, Vic. Something as simple as reading through Proverbs and discussing what you're hearing, discussing what you're reading. You know, when we homeschooled our kids, reading and discussion was a big part of our curriculum. We made sure that we were not just sending the kids off to read on their own, but, excuse me, but that we were in discussion. Back to the mom comment, Roy said she was the light of our family, graceful and wise. She's in spirit now and still gives guidance. Oh, bless your heart. God bless your mom. So, one of the things to the question on TikTok about a Bible study. That's great, Mrs. Thumb. She said, I just ordered the Aramaic Bible. I had no clue it even existed until I found you a few months ago. Of course, the Bible she's referring to is the Holy Bible from the ancient Eastern text, translated by Dr. George M. Lemsa. Let me turn my camera, let me mirror here so y'all could actually. I don't know how to do that over on my other platforms. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter is just going to have to look at it backwards, I guess, but TikTok's getting it turned around. So let me see what I can do here. New layout, edit layout. But one of the things that Brian and I learned many moons ago, like 20, 21 years ago, I guess, Brian and I had done a camp with kids, a winter kids camp through our church and its ministry many moons ago in California. Winter camp in California is a dream, by the way. Winter camp in California, you're like in a scarf and a light jacket and some gloves, and there's like this fluffy stuff that's coming down. It's all like romantic almost. That would not be what winter camp looks like here in Michigan. Sorry, y'all. My late night is catching up with me. All right. So one of the things that we did as a practice, Mrs. Thumb, this is dedicated to your question, is that we would read a chapter of the Bible. Any chapter, whatever chapter, for whatever reason, okay? Reading one chapter, choosing our favorite scripture, favorite passage out of the chapter, and then writing a prayer that we're inspired to pray based on what we read, and then sharing it with one person. Sorry, y'all. Mama needs to get her supplements in. I told Jackie this morning I'm running late. I woke up late and I'm running late and getting on this live. So we're going to take some supplements here while I still struggle with little miss and her disobedience. I notice that it's worse when brothers are around. Chisler. So one of the first tips I want to give moms is by the way, that exercise is called the 4 1s. the 4 ones. Read one chapter, choose one favorite verse, write one prayer that is inspiring to you from that, and share it with one person. My email again, you can find it in my link. It's Rebecca@livinggodspromises.com. One of the things that I would really like to share with parents that has helped me over the years is that I find that my household runs most successfully when I am running my house like a business. Now, that doesn't mean I'm walking through the halls looking at my sons saying, Master Johns, Master Johns. That doesn't mean I'm making them, call me Mrs. Johns. It doesn't mean we're, separating ourselves emotionally. If anything, we're staying connected emotionally. But what I am not doing is yelling at them and scolding them, because I wouldn't do that in a staff meeting. Now, might I be passionate? Might I be direct? Might I be firm? Yes. But you know how moms can get with their kids? You know how we be. It can be very disempowering to interact with a child and mother dynamic. It can be very disempowering. And moms, Vicky says I just reminded her to take her morning medication. All right, bottoms up. But moms can be temperamental, and it creates a mirror of that temperament in her children. Jackie says, what is something you suggest for the busy mom to ground themselves? Demand yourself to get rest. Demand of yourself to take care of yourself. Demand of yourself to take your supplements. Demand of yourself. Demand of yourself to focus on you every day somehow. In the morning, in the middle of the day, at night. You've got to have it. It's not possible to keep running on fumes. Our children mirror us. They reflect us. They reflect us. Do you believe feeling and running a home like that translates into a better understanding of work? Great question, Kit. I think running and operating and being in a household like that gives you a better understanding of order. And wherever a human being can understand order, sequence, process, system, practice, they can be successful. Whether that system and practice has to do with getting up in the morning, whether that system and practice has to do with their chores, whether that system and practice has to do with bedtime, whether that system and practice has to do with homework, where you create systems and practices, you create a likelihood for success. Kit says, as a child, I appreciate hearing this perspective. I'm doing my best to connect back to my mom. God bless you, Kit. How old are you, may I ask? Oh, my Josephine says, confirmation. Thank you, Jesus. That's awesome. Mama Marquez says, my son is so lost, having a lot of issues. 3 months between his wife and father. Buckers says routine is huge and putting God first, praising throughout the day. 5-boy mom here. Right on, Buckers. I have 3 boys, 3 girls. They are 11, 15, 22, 24, 28, and 30. And we homeschooled full-time, the oldest two. The second two were partially homeschooled, partially public schooled. The youngest two were partially homeschooled through third and sixth grades, respectively, and then have been put in public schools. And I only have them in school now. Number one, it was my car accident that put me in a place of not being able to do it. But the other thing is the town we're in. The town we're in makes it easy. It's conducive to it. I like the school district. I'm good. I'm good with the curriculum. If anything ever comes up, I can always get involved and stay engaged and so forth. But it's just a win-win situation right now. I can't say that if I was somewhere else that they would be in public schools. But back to struggling with Little Miss and her disobedience. Disobedience isn't always what we think it is as adults. Kit says she's 24 and have reconnected last year. Good for you, Kit. If I can be helpful for you at all, you say the word. Disobedience isn't always what we as parents think it is. A lot of times when our kids are being disobedient, they're curious. A lot of times when our kids are disobedient, they've got a good idea. It might not be the same idea that we have, and we might not be interested in hearing their idea. But the truth is our kids have ideas. And the other truth is our kids are not us. The other truth is our kids are not inanimate objects. So if they're not us and they're not inanimate objects, and they might have ideas that are good, but they're not the ones we have, that sounds like another human being in the world, yeah? That sounds like another viable human being in the world. And sometimes our kids don't become all that until they're 10, 12, 15. In other households, your kid is that by 2 years old. And there's nothing wrong with that, except that we're not developed in our mindset to meet a child for who they are. We're in some dead ass realm of thinking and relating to our children. Like all they're supposed to do, all they're here for is to be obedient. All they're here for is to follow our rules about wiping counters and putting things away when we use them and putting rolls of toilet back on. Listen, Jeff says parents have to learn to get over the controlling. Oh gosh, Jeff, can we just get that in big neon lights over my head, please? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And all the while we are retarding them. I have moms that I work with who have done everything for their children. Oh, I did everything for them. They should be better than this. No, you did everything for them. They can't be better than this. You did everything. If I went to school and did all my kids' math and all my kids' science and all my kids' social studies and all my kids' reading and writing, and at the end of the year, he brings home F's on his report card, and I'm like, you should do better than this. He can't. He can't do better. I have created him to not do better. And then I go, this kid drives me crazy. No, you drove him crazy. You drove her crazy. And now that they're crazy, you don't like seeing yourself back at you. Mom. Children mirror you back to you, Mom. If you don't like what you're seeing over there in your kid, you get to have a conversation with them like it's a business meeting. If I hired you for a job that you never did before, I would make sure I was walking through the training with you. I would give you a chart. I would train you. I would give you the individual attention you need to do your job. Otherwise, I've got no right to complain that you don't know how to do your job or you're not doing it. So the question for moms is, how can we as moms work with our children as individuals, empowering them while being empowered ourselves? Nobody's empowering somebody else being disempowered themselves. That's like, I don't have oxygen, but I'm going to give you CPR. That's not going to happen. Kids learn at different paces. ADD never was a thing when I was a kid. Look, kids learn at different paces, period. Period. Everybody's their own person. Might there be some generalized broad strokes we can make in classrooms? Yes. But we are all individuals. And we as parents, a teacher might not have all the time in the world to get to know my kid, but I'm their mom. It's my job to get to know my kid. It's my job to say, you know what? I see why he's like that because of me. He's like this way that I have no idea where he got that from. These are the ways that work, and he's really strong and great. These are the areas where the way he is really isn't workable. You have to be discriminate yourself. You have to be discerning yourself. I had a mom recently say no to her child about something in front of me. And she said no on the principle that she says yes too much. Now, I appreciate wanting to reel it in. But the request in and of itself wasn't anything that needed to be said no to. So while I appreciate the operating system needing to be corrected, it also needs to make sense. You also have to make sense. Moms, here's my question to you. Do you make sense? Do you make sense to your children? Do you even make sense? There are times that we got kids so befuddled because we're reacting emotionally. We're not having some logical interaction with them. It's emotional. No, you cannot have juice. Why can't he have juice? Because I've said yes to him all day long, and now he's just thinking that, okay, well, listen, just because you said yes to some BS 14 times earlier today, you didn't handle yourself properly earlier, so now little Jimmy can't have juice? Bucker says she answers with, sorry, I can't answer that right now. That gives her a chance to process what they asked. Same thing, Buckers. I will say, let me think about that. Now, there was a time in my childhood when I'll think about it and we'll see was as good as no. Don't do that. Make your yes, yes, and your no, no, and your maybe, maybe, and your will see. Be legit. You got to be legit so that they can understand those things have their place. Sometimes the answer is yes, immediately, definitely. Sometimes the answer is no, immediately, definitely. But sometimes I need to consider some things. I need to talk to your dad. I need to look at my money. I need to see my schedule. I need to pray. And so they understand not only my process, but that they begin to have a process too. Because ultimately, we do not want our children obeying us. Who the hell wants obedient children? Now I got to micromanage your ass forever. I want to teach children to be critical thinkers. I want to teach my children to be thoughtful and mindful about the choices they're making and the consequences of those choices. I want my children to feel free to take risks, because in life, no risk, no reward. But I also want to teach them about calculation so that they can make calculated risks, so that they can have some reasoning that goes behind the bold steps they want to make in life. So are we misreading our disobedient children? Are they willful people, strong-willed people who need the chance to explore some ground with guidance? It's not that I'm suggesting that we just give the 7-year-old the keys to the car. Jeff says, if you say no, give your best logical response and allow a counter response. Correct. This is that treat your kid like a human philosophy. If you and I were having a conversation and I said, could you please pick up dry cleaning for me? And Jeff said, no. It's reasonable as adults that he would follow up with, no, I already have a dentist appointment. We would have a conversation. I have a dentist appointment. I can't go pick up the dry cleaning for you, Rebecca. Okay, Jeff. What about after your dry cleaning appointment? Well, they'll be closed, Rebecca. That's true. I need to figure out a different way. There's a conversation. We discuss. And yet, for some reason, when it comes to our children, we want our children to be like a chair. I put you there facing in that direction. Why did you move? Children are human. Children are our people. We have to teach them. We have to help them be mindful. We have to teach them and help them to be considerate of themselves. You have to teach your children, listen, you don't have to tolerate everybody's behavior in this world. Listen, you don't have to be friends with everybody in this world. You shouldn't be harmful to people. But if you think people are not great people, you should not choose to be with them. Barb says those conversations are so important, recognizing each other as individuals. Absolutely. We have our sons that are still at home, 15 and 11. Our older son is a social butterfly. Thank you very much for the gifting you all are giving today and the 8,000 likes. Let's see if we can get us up to at least 20 today. One of the things that he has made a priority is socializing, friends, being with friends, having friends to hang out with after school, on the weekends, during the summer, socializing, gaming, and so forth. My younger son is not that way. Thank you, Christina. My younger son is not that way. My younger son chooses to be social at school. But when I've said, would you like to invite a friend home? He has said no. Do you want to take a friend to an arcade with you? Not really. He said to me recently, Mom, because he's new to the school. He's been there for, fourth and fifth grade. Now this year, God bless him, he'll be there for sixth grade. He's like, Mom, I'm working into having one friend, and then I'll invite that friend over, and then we'll get to keep being friends. And then after several months, I'll possibly get another friend. But right now, I just want my friends to be school friends. He wants to come home and unplug. He's like, you guys can hang out with me all day at school, but I'm done. Come 2:25, when the bell rings, I need a break. With all due respect, I need a break from all of you. He's real direct about it too. He loves learning. He loves his teachers, but a bunch of kids in a building screaming and yelling and bullying and playing and disobeying and talking over each other and not asking questions and raising their hands and all that jazz. He can't stand that stuff. He can't stand it. By the end of it, it's like been a full day on Wall Street. He's like, whoo, let me take my shoes off and get some coconut water and play with my pets. Like, he has had a hard day at the office. Right. Overstimulation is real. Barb says my daughter is and always has been that way as well. She needs her downtime from socializing. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. And there are times when his older brother has wanted to do things, go hang out with cousins, go be with friends, and he has stayed home with me and his dad. And years ago, I thought, oh gosh, poor little guy. I want him to have friends, and I want him to, and I want him to, and I want him to, and I want him to. And I had to hear myself. I wanted him to. I had to hear myself. And so are we as mothers connecting with our children to really know them as individuals, helping them, guiding them, supporting them, living their lives? Or are we as mothers decreeing and declaring who and what and where and how our children are going to be and suffocating the true personality right out of them? Are we suffocating the true personality out of our children? And I think this is a fair conversation to be having with moms. Moms are irreplaceable. Moms are sacred. Moms are divine. Moms are also people. Moms are human. Moms come with their own stuff. And if we moms are not really paying attention to the stuff that we carry in as people to our marriage, to our parenting, then unwittingly we are recreating some of our worst patterns, our worst traits, our worst weaknesses right into our children, right into our families. Stay tuned next month when Jackie and I will be launching a mommy mastermind group. Thanks, Jackie. Jeff says technology, social media has really transformed this making new friends dynamic. I can't even imagine being a kid now. Yeah, you got that right. It's a whole new world. A whole new world. So the Mommy Mastermind that we are launching is going to be a subscription-based program where for your monthly subscription, you will be part of our Mommy Mastermind community. You'll receive a gift from us every month at the Godly Woman Mommy Mastermind group. We will have a monthly meetup online via Zoom, most likely. And then we'll also send out a newsletter for the month that has recipes and momming tips for the month. So that support group, I believe, is going to be really pivotal for our community. There are so many moms among us with good information to share, and moms in need of good information. And for those of us who've been momming for a while and we've learned lessons, thanks, Jeff. God bless you, buddy. Feel free to subscribe and follow along. Um, we're in an era where the support is available at the click of a button, and so there's no reason that moms can't get true support. So moms of young children and young adult, yes, moms, period. If you're a mom, you're eligible. If you want to be a mom, if you intend to be a mom, if you used to mom and it's nostalgia for you, you want to just be part of the community. There's no barrier, but it is for women. It is a program for women. This is not for dads. It is for moms. So the mommy mastermind. The mommy mastermind will be coming up real soon. I'm excited about that. And of course, Jackie Moore has come on as my apprentice with the Godly Woman, and she is taking on her first class starting August 15th, which is Detox Your Life. She's going to be talking about detoxing your kitchen for your food, your personal care products, your household products, your medicine cabinet. So if you click the link, livinggodspromises.com, some of our mommy programs have begun. And that will be with Jackie Moore, our holistic mom coach. You can find her on TikTok as Jackie Marie. Are you Jackie Marie? Jackie Marie 6, sorry. Also, if you just click into the Activating Your Great I Am link from livinggodspromises.com, go join our Facebook group, and you can join us there. Yes, you are, because 6 kids. She is the mom of 6 kids. How old is the oldest, and how young is the youngest? Where are you at? 3 to 19? Is that where you are? Jackie is a military wife, a veteran of our Army. Yeah, 19, almost 4. Yeah, so a 16-year spread is what she's got going on over there. We've got almost a 19-year spread. Baby will be 4 on the 11th. Oh, this month, the 11th. All right, so 15, yeah. So, we're moms. We've been momming for 20 years. And with a whole spread of children and a spectrum, right? Jackie's oldest is 19, her youngest is 3, my oldest is 30, my youngest is 11. And so we've got stuff we want to share with you. we hope to make you successful with knowledge ahead of the curve. All of the classes can be found at livinggodspromises.com. So if you go over, you'll see starting July 6th, we've got the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic for those of you. Listen, we missed you too, Chisler. We miss you too. We've got the Aramaic language class coming up, Learning the Lord's Prayer, July 6th. We've got Spiritual Gifts workshop coming up this coming Friday night from 6 to 9 p.m. It's only $33. It's called Hearing from God, a Spiritual Gifts workshop. One night only. We've got Deconstructing Christianity and Let There Be Light. And I think we've got like 6, 7, 8 workshop seminars scheduled from here to the end of August. So y'all jump in, see what programs are right for you. Are you looking for something Bible-based? Are you looking for something more purpose coaching, personal development oriented? Are you looking for something that's going to affect your health? What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you need? Please check out livinggodspromises.com to see what's available to you and what it is that's going to really matter for yourself and your life. What's going to impact you for the better? Where are you hungry? Where do you have a need? And we're happy to support you. Remember that I do go live at 10 p.m. Eastern. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays of each week, I am live at 10 a.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Eastern. Friday, I'm live on Clubhouse at 11 a.m. Eastern. Sunday, we're back right here like this at 1 p.m. Eastern. And Monday is 9 p.m. Eastern, just like this. We also have, I'm wrong. 12 p.m. Eastern on Monday is our Uganda Live with our group in Kampala, Uganda that we are fundraising for. So there's lots of stuff happening. Let me see. No, I can't present it. I was trying to pull something up on my screen to show you. Oh, well. And like I said, we're figuring out our technology more and more. I think we're going to be expanding this multi-stream platform. We're on TikTok, activating your Great I Am group page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter right now. But I think we're going to be taking the extra steps to be able to add a few other things like Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitch. So stay tuned. We're a work in progress around here. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm sure grateful for you all who stick around, contribute, and participate. Couldn't do it without you. I'm very grateful. Have a blessed Wednesday, and please come back this evening at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and we will get together for spiritual wisdom. Have a fabulous day, everyone. Take care. Peace.